From snowstorms to ice storms to Arctic air with below zero temperatures, grass fires and temperatures in the 70s. It all happened this winter, and we predicted most of those features when we did our winter forecast back in November. We had very changeable weather, some very cold days. Twice we failed to reach 20 degrees. We had a day where it was 2 below zero. We had above average snowfall forecast, and that's indeed what happened. And we had near average to colder than normal temperatures, and we certainly have seen that. And we've done all this using a unique weather pattern cycling theory that sets up in the autumn and starts to cycle and has been repeating so far this winter at every 57 to 60 days. So we're going to use that to forecast your spring forecast. And here it is. We know we've got storm track number 1 that brings these cold blasts of air in. Look for that to repeat as we head into March, April, and May. That means our temperatures, which steadily climb for our average highs all the way up to 79 by May, will likely be slightly lower than this as we head through the spring months. We've been drier than average so far through the winter in terms of the precipitation, but as we get more humidity into green country, we expect some wet stretches to start to develop, especially as we get into April and especially May. And we'll have to watch May. It could be a little bit rough. It always is. If we look at our climatology in May, in Oklahoma, we average 22 tornadoes for the month. So what does it look like storm potential? Early March, we could have a little bit of a taste of winter come in here, followed by a cold shot of air. The yellows tell us that there is a potential storm, but we'll also have some warm March days. Looking into April, look for the first weekend to be wet and rainy, followed by a cold shot. At the end of April, those red triangles, they tell us there's a potential for severe weather. And our storm potential in May looks like it could be stormy right before a cold air outbreak here in the first week of the month. Also, middle of the month holds some potential, but it's later in the month, around the 23rd, 24th, and into Memorial Day weekend, where we could see some more severe weather, followed by a cooler blast of air coming in to round out the month. So our 2014 spring forecast looks like this. We'll call it cooler than average with quick cold blasts of air coming in here. Near average rainfall, but we could go long dry stretches between the rain. Our second part of our spring weather forecast. Best chance for severe weather early and late May. Most weekends should be dry and warm, so get out there on the lakes and enjoy them. For more information, read more about the spring forecast on my blog at kjrh.com or follow me on Twitter at TheBrettAnthony.